Job chapters 38 to 42 through the Bible. Part 5. Epilogue. Finally, we find that Job also comes to a new relationship with his friends. And it was so, that after the Lord had spoken these words unto Job, the Lord said to Eliphaz the Temanite, My wrath is kindled against thee, and against thy two friends. For ye have not spoken of me the thing that is right, as my servant Job hath. Therefore take unto you now 7 bullocks and 7 rams, and go to my servant Job, and offer up for yourselves a burnt offering, and my servant Job shall pray for you. For him will I accept. Lest I deal with you after your folly, in that ye have not spoken of me the thing which is right, like my servant Job. So Eliphaz the Temanite and Bildad the Shuhite and Zophar the Naamathite went, and did according as the Lord commanded them. The Lord also accepted Job. Job 42 verse 7 to 9. Instead of fighting against his friends or debating them, he is now going to pray for them. He is going to offer a sacrifice for them. We are not to argue religion today or to fight among ourselves. What is it that we are to do? Paul writes, Brethren, if a man be overtaken in a fault, ye which are spiritual, restore such an one in the spirit of meekness. Galatians 6 verse 1. Job has a new relationship with himself, with God, and with his friends. Now God does something for Job, and the Lord turned the captivity of Job when he prayed for his friends. Also the Lord gave Job twice as much as he had before. Job 42 verse 10. Now, how did God give Job twice as much? He used human means. Then came there unto him all his brethren, and all his sisters, and all they that had been of his acquaintance before, and did eat bread with him in his house. And they bemoaned him, and comforted him over all the evil that the Lord had brought upon him. Every man also gave him a piece of money, and every one an earring of gold. Job 42 verse 11. This is the way he got started. These friends staked him to a new beginning, and, believe me, Job was a good businessman. God gave him twice as much as he had had at the very beginning. So the Lord blessed the latter end of Job more than his beginning. For he had 14,000 sheep, and 6,000 camels, and 1,000 yoke of oxen, and 1,000 she-asses. He had also 7 sons and 3 daughters. Job 42 verse 12 and 13. All of the animals were doubled. But it says here, he had also 7 sons and daughters. Someone will say, God didn't double them. Yes, he did. You see, Job did not lose those sons and daughters who died. They were still his. He was yet to be with them. He is with them today. We do not lose our loved ones in death. I have a little one up there. I used to tell people that I have 2 daughters, and they would look around and see only one. They would think there was something wrong with me. But, you see, I have one in heaven. Very frankly, I am not at all worried about my little one in heaven. I worry about the one on earth. And he called the name of the first, Jemimah, and the name of the second, Keziah, and the name of the third, Karen-Happuch. And in all the land were no women found so fair as the daughters of Job, and their father gave them inheritance among their brethren. Job 42 verse 14 and 15. Now, friend, if you have quite a few daughters in your family and you're trying to think of a new name, I have a suggestion for you. Jemimah would not be so good to use because there is a pancake mix sold in the United States called Aunt Jemima. But how about Karen-Happuch? Wouldn't you like that for a name for a little girl? Or do you like Keziah? After this lived Job 140 years, and saw his sons, and his sons' sons, even 4 generations. So Job died, being old and full of days. Job 42 verse 16 and 17. We are told that after this Job lived 140 years. This puts him back in the age of the patriarchs. Even after all this had happened to him, he lived to see his sons and his sons' sons, even 4 generations. When he died, he was old and full of days.